Hi everyone, I just want to do a review on Pythagorean theorem. I know we have already completed this unit, but I'm just going to give you a little refresher. So Pythagorean theorem is used for right triangles, okay? So what the Pythagorean theorem does is proves that a triangle is a right triangle. It also can tell you if it's an acute triangle or an obtuse triangle, but today we're just going to look at the right triangle. Okay, so just to sort of clarify the different sides of the triangle, this diagonal, the side that's across from the right angle, is called the hypotenuse. We also look at that as the letter C. The two sides that form the right triangle are called legs. We call them A and B. It doesn't matter if you put the A here, the B there, but they're both the legs, okay? Now, if you take the actual formula, A squared plus B squared, we're squaring the length of the legs, and that sum should equal the square of the hypotenuse. So let's do a real life example. So let's take this example right here. Again, this is going to be a right triangle, so I'm going to prove that it's a right triangle by inserting these values into the formula. So we put our two legs, A and B, and we do 3 squared plus 4 squared equals 5 squared. So now let's simplify that. 3 squared is 9, 4 squared is 16, 9 plus 16 does equal 5 squared, which is 25. So yes, indeed, that is a right triangle. Now, this is an example, a non-example of a right triangle. So we take the values, we input them in to the appropriate places. So we have our legs and our hypotenuse. So now I've simplified it for you. 36 plus 49 does not equal 100. So therefore, no, it's not a right triangle. Now we have an example where we have to actually find one of the missing sides. So here we have the values of the legs, so I put them into the A and B, and I squared them, and now we're looking to find C squared. So we have 5 squared plus 6 squared equals C squared. So now I'm going to do it with you. We've got 25 plus 36 equals C squared. So now we have to add 25 and 36, which is 61. Equals C squared. So now that tells us what C squared is, but now if I want to figure out what the value of C is, I have to square root both 61 and C squared. So the square root of 61 equals C. And then you can use your calculator and find out the square root of 61. So that's how we figure out that missing side. Now we're going to use an example where we're trying to find the missing side, which is a leg. So now we're looking for our A. So now we have we set it up as A squared plus our 12 squared, which is our other leg, which is our B, equals 15 squared. So now we have A squared plus 12 squared equals 15 squared. We simplify that. So we just simply do 144 equals 225, and we drop down our A squared, right? So now we have an algebraic equation. We use inverse operation to take away the 144 from each of our sides, correct? And now we've subtracting this from this side as well as this side. So now we have 81, and we have A squared equals 81. So now we need to find the value of A. So now we simply square root the A squared, we square root the 81, and A equals 9. Okay, that's just a quick refresher, but hopefully it helps you do your current assignments. Thank you, and bye-bye for now.